Back when I was just a little feller, we'd all play out in the yard. Cap guns, hats, and big bandanas, like our favorite cowboy star. My pals all said they were Gene and Roy, and the rifleman and Marshall Dillon. Yeah, but somebody had to be the bad guy. Most times I was with them. Them goody-goody white-hat heroes, never wanted to be them. Yeah, when you get right down to playing cowboy, I was partial to Jack Elam. Well, he was third man down the totem pole. Hell, his horse didn't even have a name. He usually wound up getting hung or shot down in a poker game. He could ride on the side of truth and justice or be a low-down snake-eyed sinner. Oh, but if it weren't for the bad guys and losers, good guys couldn't be winners. Well, he could face you down at noon on Main Street or back shoot you with no remorse. He was kind to stray dogs and orphan kids, or he'd steal your wife and rape your horse. Stuck in cowboy limbo, back forth between black and white, riding the way the wind blows, feel like Jack Elam tonight. Well, he never got a kiss from the school mom, or rode off in the setting sun. You'd usually find him stumbling drunk in some whorehouse, having all the fun. Or taking pot shots at some tenderfoot city slicker, just to watch him dance. Or burning out a whole family of sheep herders, trying to homestead on the range. Now off and on, he'd be a deputy sheriff, working on the side of the law, or helping some widow woman drive a herd of cattle up to Abilene from Arkansas. Stuck in cowboy limbo, back and forth between black and white, just to ride the way the wind blows, feel like Jack Elam tonight. Well, now that I'm just a little bit older, I see old Jack was mostly right. Well, there's good and bad in everyone, whether your hat's black or white. Now you can ride on the side of truth and justice, or be a low-down snake-eyed sinner. But remember, if it weren't for bad guys and losers, good guys couldn't be winners. Stuck in cowboy limbo, back and forth between black and white, just to ride the way the wind blows, feel like Jack Elam tonight. Riding the way the wind blows, boys, I feel like Jack Elam tonight.
I had a chance to be at this strip joint with a buddy of mine the other day, drinking a couple of beers. This big old long-legged chick came out. She had on these shiny red high heels and about drove him crazy. And he was growing into a seizure just about, man. So then them red high heels just drive me nuts. It really didn't matter to me what kind of shoes she had on, you know. Never really considered that very much. I was talking to another pal a little while later, and he was talking about this chick that he'd seen walking down the street, you know, and she had on some chrome fishnets and some of these real high patent leather black stilettos, and he was saying it just about made him explode. I know that some guys are into that stuff a whole lot, you know. Some guys are really into shoes. I mean, almost sick to it. Some guys that are so into shoes. But I guess it's just a guy thing, because I've never been out with any chicks that ever said to me, you know, like, Roscoe, go put on them black and red Justins you got with the high heels, because they make me hot. I want to go put on them Converse All-Stars, them old faded gray high tops you got, size 12, 'cause they really make me feel like a woman all over.
I guess it is just a guy thing.
I never really paid that much attention to what kind of clothes a woman was wearing, you know, or not wearing, whichever the case may be. But that's not what this song is all about. The other day I came home from work, and there was a big pile of my stuff inside the front door with a note on it. It said, "Honey, would you go through this junk? See if there's anything you want to keep, and we'll take the rest to Goodwill." And it was all my stuff, you know. None of her stuff was in there, because her stuff is all good, you know. I have the only junk around here. And I was digging through, you know. It was like one old piston from a twin-cylinder Triumph, speedometer for a 67 Volkswagen bus, some other stuff like that. But there was one thing there that was kind of neat. And I remember when I bought it several years ago, my wife was with me. She said, "Why do you want that for? You're just going to take it home and mess around with it a day or two and then put it up somewhere. And 3 or 4 years from now, I'm going to pile it in with a bunch of your other junk for you to throw away or take to Goodwill." But I went ahead and bought it. The more I got to fooling around with it as I was boxing all this junk up to toss out, I kind of became infatuated with it. I mean, I really thought it was neat. Some people might even think that I would have gotten obsessed with it, but it was really pretty cool. It started making me, you know, feel kind of excited a little bit. I mean, it was neat, you know. I mean, there's no two ways about it. It's a guy thing, but it was neat, you know. So I set it over behind the couch, and my wife come home from work one day, and she was kind of tired. So, you know, I rub your feet a little bit, honey. So come on over here on the couch, baby. Sit by me for a while. Come on over here on the couch, baby, and snuggle up close to me for a while. Slip on this red rubber pig mask, baby, you know it'll drive me wild. Put on this red rubber pig mask, baby, you know it's got a cute little pig mask snout. Put on a red rubber pig mask, baby, got a cute little pig mask snout. Baby, put on a red rubber pig mask and hold me tight, it really knock me out. Now the fellas gets excited when their women wear that slinky stuff around the home. Yeah, the fellas might get ready when the baby wears a teddy around the home. But baby, you about to drive me crazy when you got that red pig mask on. I love you, baby, it hurts me that you has to ask. You know I'd do anything in the world for you when you got on this red rubber pig man. Come on, hold me close, baby, you know you just cannot do no wrong. Come on, snuggle up here beside me, baby, kiss me on the cheek, you know you just can't do no wrong. I'll be your pygmy daddy when you got your big mask on. All night long, baby. Put on your red rubber pig mask, baby, and your cute little piggy high heel. Put on your red rubber pig mask, baby, and your cute little piggy heel. Come on and walk around on my back, honey, you just don't know how good it feels.
This friend of mine told me he was writing a play about the Depression and wondered if I could write him a couple of songs for it. And I said, well, I'll try. And I wrote this one and took it back to him in a couple of days and played it for him. And he said, what in the hell does that have to do with being depressed? Anyway, I'm going to record this song better later, but while I was remembering how it went, I wanted to get it on tape so I'd have kind of a pattern to follow. Well, that ain't 2 for a quarter, but you know, I see them 3 for 29. Moles are 2 for a quarter, but I seen them 3 for 29. Can I just have one can, mister? You know all I got's a dime. I eat them crackers and a good can of mustard sardine. Most last week, you know, I didn't have nothing except sardine. Sure bind the boy up, I gotta find me something green. Well, you know, I ain't no thief, but it look like there may be a garden down the road. Yeah, I see a garden down the road, look like they got some tomatoes and carrots and okra and onions in there too. Gonna find me a coffee can and boil some sardine stew. Yeah, I'm just a lonesome child and I got them sardine blues. Just a lonesome boy and I got them sardine blues. You know, they're pretty good with that Louisiana hot sauce. I kind of like them with a mustard too. Well, that Greenville in August, that East Texas sun sure does burn down hot. Yeah, Greenville in August, that East Texas sun sure is hot. Walking down by that blacktop, like to cool my throat down, buy me a bottle of pop. But I can't have no soda water, all I got's a dime. Can't have no soda water, just 2 nickels in my jeans. Saving up for supper, gonna buy me a can of sardine. Well, my suitcase broke the other day, I had to fix a hinge out the tongue of my shoe. Yeah, my suitcase broke, made a hinge out the tongue of my shoe. Down to the limit down the roadside, I got them sardine blues. But you won't die hungry if you got you a can of sardine. Yeah, you won't die hungry, see most any good store they'll sell them. You can sure get your throat cut shooting dice in Deep Ellum. Now I'm going back to Dallas, gonna get me a game or two. Yeah, I'm going back to Dallas, gonna get me a game or two. Got them bones in my pocket, got a razor down in my shoe. Now I'm walking back to Dallas, trying to dust up around my feet. Yeah, that good East Texas black dirt puffing all up around my shoes. I'm going back to Big Mama, got them sardine blues. Yeah, now they 2 for a quarter, but I seen them 3 for 29. More than 2 for a quarter, but I seen them 3 for 29. And I didn't have one can, mister, you know all I got's a dime. I didn't one can, mister, all I got's a dime.
Myself a rusty old Dodge and glue a plastic Madonna on the dash. Pointed south to the body of Christ with a trunk load of pearls and a pocket full of cash. I'm gonna park it right there by the ocean. I'm gonna set my young ass in the sun, 'cause I've been working my whole life away. It's time I started having some fun. I'm gonna find myself a little bleach blonde babe, ain't got nothing much on but a smile. Stick Robert Earl Keen on the stereo, just setting top trash for a while. Ain't eating nothing but Cheetos and Slim Jims, and drinking $3 12 packs of Pearl. Staying up all night, smoking Camel Lights, man, I ain't gotta carry the world. I got cars and guitars and TVs and CDs and enough furniture to open a store. I'm gonna call up the folks down at Goodwill, say come get it, I don't need it no more. I'm gonna cut off a few pair of Levi's, grab my tennies and a couple of towels, and it's adios, boys, I'm out to the coast to see how the other half lives for a while. I'm gonna find myself an old Ward Cleaver Dodge, got a push button to shift on the dash. Pointed south to the body of Christ with a truckload of pearls
pocket full of cash. I'm gonna park it right there at the ocean. I'm gonna set my white ass in the sun. I've been working my whole life away. You know it's time I started having some fun. I'm staying up all night smoking Camel Lights. Man, I ain't gotta carry no world. Yeah, I've been working my whole life away. Time I started having some fun. Time I started having some fun.
Boy, excuse me. I tell you what, man, these cold beers will do that to you. Watch it, man. A good friend of mine up in San Antonio celebrating his big 4-0 tonight. And I ought to be up there partying with him, but I already made the confirmation to be down here with you guys. So I'm having a good time, but I just wanted you all to turn up a cool Budweiser here, whatever you may be drinking, your favorite birthday libation, and do a big 4-0 toast to my buddy Mark. But I'm sure a lot of you may be getting along those lines yourself. See a few gray hairs out there tonight? Now, you old guys out there, I'm sure you know just what I mean. Yeah, you're getting a little road weary, but you still feel 17. Yeah, the spirit is willing, but the flesh ain't strong. And now a hangover hurts all week long. Man, you're way too old. Way too old. You're getting way too old and gray. Way too old to die and go to an early grave. Way too old. Now you likes a little whiskey, you likes a little beer, you like some other stuff, but we won't bring that up here. You start the evening out, man, you walk in tall. Get home around dawn, you barely crawl. Yeah, you're way too old. Way too old. Way too old to be acting this way. Yeah, you're way too old to die and go to an early grave. Way too old. Drinks a little whiskey, gets that crazy feeling. He jumps out in the truck and starts the rib wheel squealing. Weaving down the highway, got one eye closed. Trying to light a roach and burnt the end of his nose. Man, he way too old. Way too old. Way too old to be acting this way. Yeah, you're way too old to die and go to an early grave. Money on a table dance. Say, listen to me, Mary, I wasn't doing nothing wrong. Just looking at the goodies that I can't get at home. And she said, baby, she's looking at him with them big old bedroom eyes. And she says, baby, you know you're way too old. Way too old. You're way beyond your prime. She says you're way too old to die and leave a good-looking corpse behind. Some other stuff, but we won't bring that up here. You start the evening out, man, you're standing tall. Get home around dawn, you can barely crawl. Yeah, you're way too old. Way too old. Way too old and gray. Way too old to be out acting this way. Yeah, you're way too old to be carrying on this way. Way too old. Yeah, you're way too old that I'd go to an early grave.
Woke up Monday morning, and it was Wednesday afternoon. Woke up Monday morning, it was Wednesday afternoon. Woke up Monday morning, had them bad old Easter man in blue. Got up off the floor, run my fingers through my hair, I was scraping the vomit off my shoe. Got myself up off the floor, scraping that vomit off my shoe. Look like a little Venus sausage in there or something, you know. Woke up Monday morning, had him bad old Easter man in blue. almost to paradise where them blue-eyed angels sang and played. Yes, I was nearly there in paradise where the gold-haired angels sang all day. I woke up on the floor in Decatur where my redhead Alfreda stayed. Woke up Monday morning, it was already Wednesday afternoon. Woke up Monday morning, it was done Wednesday afternoon. Woke up Monday morning, had them bad old Easter manic blues.
If I had a bunch of arms to hold you, like some Vishnu god on an airport Krishna's folder, I'd have 2 arms so as I could hold you near. Still have 2 arms free to pick guitar and 2 more to open a beer. But I only have 2 arms to hold you tight, so won't you come on over here? Stay with me tonight, you know I want you. And if I had 4 eyes to see your beauty, like some rubberhead monster in a stupid sci-fi movie, I'd have 2 eyes to look way down in your heart. Still have 2 eyes free to search the sky for falling stars. But the Lord only gave 2 eyes to me. Even at that, you know, a blind man could see how much I need you. And if I had a Mensa brain full of all kind of big ideas and fancy theories to explain, oh, but then again, I never was that smart. Anyhow, when it comes to you, my head gives into my heart. You know I love you. And if I had a bunch of arms to hold you, like some Vishnu god on an airport Krishna's folder, I'd have 2 arms so as I could hold you near. Still have 2 arms free to pick guitar and 2 more to open a beer. But I only have 2 arms to hold you tight, so won't you come on over here? Stay with me tonight, you know I want you, love you and I need you. Yes, I need you, I want you and I love you. Need you, want you, and I love you.
Yeah, the other day I was riding around with a friend of mine in San Antonio here, and we drove through this part of town that had all of these big old houses from the turn of the century. They're big, 2-3-story jobs with 2 or 3 balconies and several gables, and they were all fixed up real nice with these perfect lawns and, Volvos and Suburbans out front, and everything. And there was one house, though, in this huge lot that was all overgrown, and it was way off in the back, and it was kind of run down looking, and it looked like the Bates house out of Psycho is what it looked like. But the weird part behind it were all of these little bitty houses. It looked like large playhouses or something. The doors about 5 feet high in them, and this guy I was riding around with said, yeah, man, back in about 1910, there was this real eccentric family of rich people that lived there, and they only hired midgets to be their servants, and those are the midget quarters out back. And they call it Midget Manor, and they say that it's haunted by little tiny ghosts. You know, that's why nobody lives there and has fixed it up yet. I mean, he's probably just making that up as we were driving by because he's that kind of guy. But a little bit later on, I was down at City Hall that day, and they were having this big powwow on public housing, and there were federal and state and city bureaucrats there, dozens of them with all kinds of paperwork and lawyers and politicians, and they were all just talking out the sides of their mouths, you know, and trying to get some federal money. And, you know, I thought, man, what a bunch of midgets we have here, but these are like ethical midgets we're dealing with, spiritual pygmies. So this song is not about small people physically. And, you know, I'm not one to point fingers at these guys or anything or make judgments, but here's a real short song for you. Ghost of midgets haunt me, they hover at my knees. The squeaky voices taunt me, call my name out on the breeze. Their tiny tortured skeletons clatter through my brain. Ghost of midgets haunt me, driving me insane. But I guess it's just my fond but false recollection of the way people never used to be. And I search around for guidance and direction. Spiritual pygmies, all I see. Ghost of midgets haunt me, they hover at my knees. The squeaky voices taunt me, call my name out on the breeze. Their tiny tortured skeletons clatter through my brain. Ghost of midgets haunt me, driving me insane. I mean, it's not a major song or anything, but that's it. Well, a silver fingernail moon hangs over a sleepy little town I just can't nod off. And the morning's coming. Here I am sitting in some dark little place with a red-headed woman, she got no face. And I look for a sign of life in her pale green eyes. Yes, a night of the living dead, walking zombies with no feelings. The only soul is on the jukebox, and I ain't got no change. Yeah, and a curse hangs in the air. You can feel it when you're breathing, but I ain't scared, I know I'm safe, 'cause my faith is strong. Well, I used to hang out among the living with a girl who was gentle, kind, and giving, till the call of the creatures of night finally pulled me away. Now I live my life in a shroud of darkness, trying not to think of all the love that I'll miss, as I wait for evening to fall another day. Bring on the night of the living dead, walking zombies with no feelings. The only soul is on a jukebox, I ain't got no change. Yeah, and a curse hangs in the air. You can feel it when you're breathing, but I ain't scared, I know I'm safe, 'cause my faith is strong. I ain't scared, I know I'm safe, 'cause my faith is strong.
Man, a few weeks ago I was tuning up the old hippie bus, and it was pretty hot, and I got all done. It was about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and I drove down to get myself a golden cool beverage at the ice house on the corner here. And as I'm walking out, it's a real busy intersection, Heber and Fredericksburg. And I'm walking out, and all of a sudden there at the intersection, all the cars stop. They start honking, and people jumping out and hugging each other and shaking their fist out the window. Yeah! You know, and I thought, what the hell, man? The Cowboys aren't playing. You know, it's the middle of the week. I don't know what the hell was going on. So I jump in the old hippie bus and turn on old Brad Messer on KTSA Talk Radio. They just come down with the verdict in the Timothy McVeigh thing, and they were going to put the little bastard to sleep, and everybody was just thrilled with it. And anyway, I wrote this one.
Well, I'm a traveling executioner. I got my generator and my chair, driving through what used to be the Wild West, doing justice everywhere. And the hangmen, they don't like me. I'm a future they don't want to know. Hell, the judges always call me back, 'cause I put on such a show. Yeah, my front men get there early. They're hanging posters everywhere saying, y'all come on out this Saturday and watch us burn that bastard on the square. But it's Ringling Brothers and smoking mirrors, man. You know, the job itself is quite simple. You just shave our heads and strap them down and hook that wire up on the temple. In Denver, there was handsome Harry Jackson. He gutted an old farmer and his wife. He peed himself and cried and said he didn't do it, but you know, they caught him with a bloody knife. And in Tulsa, it was an Injun they called Liver Eating Willie. He had a thing for little kids. He was heartless and cruel, and I can't even talk about the things he did. But I don't pass no judgments. This is just my job. Judge came down with a verdict, now the rest is up to God. So boy, don't you worry. Let me ease your troubled mind. You know, people, we ain't perfect, but the Lord forgives your crime. So dream yourself a pasture, kid, and then find yourself a shady tree and lean up against the trunk and relax and watch the sunbeams dancing through the leaves. And pull off them hot dusty boots, kid, and cool your feet off in a stream. This'll only take a second. You won't feel a thing, and I'm a traveling executioner. I got my generator and my chair, driving this old Mack truck through what used to be the Wild West, doing justice everywhere. Yeah, the hangmen cannot stand me. I'm a future they don't want to know. Yeah, the guilty, they don't say much. No, the guilty, they don't say much. Guilty, they don't say much at all.
How can I begin to tell you about my bestest friend? She's everything a kid like me could want. She's pretty and she's smart, and she gives me all her heart. And even when I'm most secure, can't believe she's by my side. And when she snores, she sounds like a heart. Well, not one of them shiny new ones, not like all the car wreck lawyers drive. She's a clanking, clattering, rattling, classic custom 45. Still upon the road, due to someone's loving kiss. More spirit than she, and she'll take you anywhere. Tell you about my bestest friend. She's everything a kid like me could want. She's funny and she's smart, and she's taken all my heart. And every day she shows me just how good the world can be. And when she snores, she sounds like a heartache. When she snores, she sounds like a heartache. Yeah, she sounds like a heartache. Well, Sarita left St. Jude, driving to Austin. She had just looking for one honest man. It had lies of virtue, but she got drunk and she lost it. Now she gets by the best way she can. Well, she drove to the Capitol. She gazed on the auras of every learned legislator we had sent there. She had just looking for one honest man. She was sad when she couldn't turn one up anywhere. So she ran to the courtyard and she kicked off her shoes and did the honest man's waltz on the governor's lawn. And the lawmakers gazed on her tender young shoulders. Some of them cried while she danced all alone. So she ran to a church and she jumped right up in the choir. Ever lifting the Lord, what a joyful Lord. And then she looked up the priest to talk about her salvation. He was tied up with some young altar boys. Yeah, before you go crazy, darling, looking for something that you'll never find anywhere. Oh, and your feet is all blistered from dancing alone. Come on home to St. Joe, honey, I'll be waiting there. They say the girls in St. Joe, they can sing like the angels. I've held them close, but I ain't felt no wings. Now before you go crazy out there dancing alone, come on home to St. Joe, we'll talk over these things. Yeah, she ran to the courtyard and she kicked off her shoes, did the honest man's waltz on the governor's lawn. And the lawmakers gazed on her tender white shoulders. Some of them cried while she danced all alone. Yeah, Sarita left St. Jude, wanted that Chrysler to Austin.
All right, guys, you ready to go? I'm ready to go. Don't be scared now. The monsters that used to live under my bed have moved into my sister's room. And I'm too grown up to believe all them stories I'm read. There's no green cheese on the moon. And the cat in the hat, I'm afraid won't come back, 'cause old Mr. Geisel is gone. And the monsters that used to live under my bed, they just gave up and moved on. And thunder and lightning, it's no longer frightening. I know it's just weather making noise at night. But I won't tell Grandma, 'cause she thinks it's Grandpa up in heaven bowling a strike. But I'm too grown up to believe all them stories I'm told. You know, this time next year, I'll be 9 years old. And the monsters that used to live under my bed moved into my sister's room. But I'll try to tell her how not to be scared. Don't put your bare feet on the floor. And keep all the covers pulled up way over your head. And leave a wide crack in the door. Yeah, the monsters that used to live under my bed have moved into my sister's room. And I'm way too grown up to believe all of the stories that I'm read. There's no green cheese on the moon. There's no green cheese on the moon. There's no green cheese on the moon.
lives in an airstream built right after the war, like a big silver French bread hooked to a rusty old car. He pulled off the roadside, he's been driving for miles. Now he slips on his wig and he paints on a smile, stepping lightly through the trailer with his bushy green hair and them floppy red shoes, like a clown Fred Astaire. And his eyes are closed tight and he dreams that she's there, and together they're dancing that secret clown's waltz. Well, he met her in Paris, her name was Babette. She walked high on the wire and she worked with no net. It was circus time magic when she first touched his hand. Behind the grease paint and that big nose, he was a handsome young man. And the band played slow and steady, bears did somersaults, and behind ring number 3, they did the secret clown's waltz. Well, a million miles later, his world came crashing down when she fell for a Dallas banker who owned half the town. She only wanted some nice things, hell, it was mostly his fault. Now he dreams that he holds her and does a secret clown's waltz. And that smile is all makeup, but the big tears is real. And the world's broken hearted, they know just how he feels. And he'll haul off your sorrows if you can pay with a smile. But tonight he ain't working, he just wants to dance for a while. He had a world full of fans, the crown prince of buffoons. Now it's Kmart grand openings, twisting up weenie dog balloons. And the grease paint hides the wrinkles, and the smile hides his heart. Stars are fading in the dawn, he does a secret clown's waltz. Stepping lightly through the trail with his bushy green hair and them floppy red shoes, like a clown from Fred Astaire. And his eyes are closed tight and he dreams that she's there, and together they're dancing the secret clown's waltz. Thank you.